It's Week 11 of the National Football League. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' creative quarterback. He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Raiders and the Dolphins on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon? So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Setting up a throw. Chased out to his right. He's running with it. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's a Vegas first down. Well, he sure has come out throwing a good ball today, and the passing game has really been clicking early on thanks to his efforts.
Yeah, his plays really elevated the start his pass catchers have been able to have as a result. And you know what they're all thinking right now? This could be a game where we all get to put up some serious numbers, especially if he keeps throwing it like this.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Throwing from the gun. Got a man, Bowers has it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
He brings it in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Second down now, 7 to go. It's an option left. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it's going to be 4th and short.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
And their quarterback ready to take over once again. And as we play through November, you can see that this hot start has continued. He's the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Right side into the hands of Adams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, a run for Madison. And there wasn't much he could do there. A small gain to the 43. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Pass play now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now looking to throw. Able to hit Gallup, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Forced out to his right. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
The give here on 2nd. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. He'll throw it. He'll get this one to Adams. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
They're throwing it. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. Well, we're going to pause here, and for good reason. One of the Raiders was injured on that play and is being tended to. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and well, they got one of them to move that time. Well, the jumping has cost him 5. First and goal, a little bit tougher here. Running it after the penalty. And he takes this down close, up to the 3. This is going to go as a pickup of 4. Second and goal coming up.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
So now, here's third and goal. Looking to the air here. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders break the tie here in the first. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used a pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he's been one who has wowed the league and made a lot of fantasy owners very happy too. You can see he's leading all quarterbacks in passing here in November. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Long-time standout, Calais Campbell there for the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back now, pressure on its way. He's got the hook up to Adams. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Complete here to Bowers. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10, looking to throw. This ball's cut by Bowers. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Raiders first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Throwing it again here. This will be caught by Adams. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And they make this stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Second and 10 now. This is hauled in by Myers. It looks like we can call it back 4 yards in the end. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Raiders take a 13-point lead. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
The Raiders ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now.
Here he goes on the bootleg. Connects on the crosser. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders parlay the interception into points. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. On first down, they'll run. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. That's brought in by Hunt. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 47. Complete. It's Myers. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The early returns on the stat sheet have been good so far, partner. He's off to the exact kind of start they were hoping he'd have.
Yeah, you can just feel the rhythm, the timing, the tempo. And that ball is zipping all over the field.
They're set up at the 35 now. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. He gets this one to Myers. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Has it at the 7. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Raiders are on the move here. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. A tight end in motion now. Play action on 1st down. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders boat racing them to the halftime locker room. And with that score, a pretty elite milestone he's reached. Just the 4th time a quarterback's thrown 50 touchdown passes in one season as his success rolls on. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. One of the tight ends motioning right. Lone back gets the handoff. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. They'll throw it. On the move, headed right. He tucks it and takes off. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Back to throw it. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They'll throw to begin this drive. That finds Hunt complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Throw wheeled in by Mayer. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. He's got it on the bootleg. Got a man, Bowers has it. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Stopped by Chop Robinson.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust, and trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
Third down from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Design bootleg here. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They go play action on first. Flushed out of the pocket. Cut by Hunt. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. Second down now, 7 to go. Dropping back to throw. Buying some time right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He'll make a bid for it on the ground. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
To throw it on first down. He'll get this one to Adams. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. This is the end of the third quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a two-score game to begin the fourth. They'll come up first and 10. Here's the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss. See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
They'll throw on third and long. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Jordan Brooks comes up with it. A timely interception for them there, partner. That drive sure looked like it was headed for at least 3, maybe 6.
That QB wanted that throw back the minute it left his fingertips. You know, Peyton Manning would say, once that ball's gone, that check has been signed. And he wanted to rip that check up, and he knew it. Defense makes him pay.
The Miami offense headed out there now. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Down the sideline to the 45. And he works this down to the 41. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Raiders first.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Got a man, it's Mayer. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's a Vegas first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Madison. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On 2nd and 9. Complete here to Bowers. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
To the air, 3rd and long. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. And he'd already matched the career best of Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes at 50 passing touchdowns. That score now makes him only the second quarterback to reach 51 in 1 year. And leaves just one man ahead of him, Peyton Manning. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Finds a man right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Complete. It's Myers. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They go play action here. He's got the hook up to Adams. And he's in. Touchdown! The Raiders make it a 3-score game in the fourth. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been...
So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row.
I love this team. And the one thing about them is they go out each and every week and they want to make sure they put their imprint on this game. That's why they are top 5 offense. But it's all about the people on the field. Yeah, I know coaches can sit in their rooms and draw up these plays and they can be dominant that way. But if you don't go out and execute, you're in trouble. And this guy has played at such a high level.
Yeah, the thing I love the most is the consistency. You know, I think that sparks a certain level of confidence in the entire team. But without this kid, I don't think they're there. But as long as he continues to go, the entire offense continues to go.
Man, choo-choo. The offensive train is rolling right now. This offense is explosive, and this kid is the engine in that train, dragging them down the track, and they're going to be special for the rest of the season.
I love this team.